Well, I say that was a successful treasure hunt. You're not going to believe what I just found. Almost amazing. I guess when you're first to the store and you get to open up the box and see what's inside, good things happen. Woo! Some of you might know I like to race Hot Wheels, and I've created this whole timing system on how to accurately time your Hot Wheels and race them. There's a link right here on the videos of how I made them. While researching and looking to see which Hot Wheels are the fastest, I went down the rabbit hole of actual Hot Wheel collections. And I discovered that Hot Wheels actually releases these things called treasure hunts and super treasure hunts. So in every case, they like to throw one of the two cars into these cases, just for little nuggets for people to kind of keep on going back to stores and trying to find these cars. And if you happen to get to the store as they just release a case or open up a case or have a freshly stocked shelves, you can pick through them and you can find these treasure hunts. Not only did I find a treasure hunt, I actually found some super treasure hunts as well. And that's pretty cool because that's kind of rare. Super treasure hunts are kind of difficult to find. I've heard people going for 20, 30, 40 cases and not finding a super treasure hunt. Well, I found two today, and I'll show you what I found. So as explained, stores usually stock the shelves in the morning sometime, and if you're the first one to get there, you might get into the box that has these special vehicles inside. So I'm suspecting they must have opened 2 or 3 cases this morning, and I found these are just the normal treasure hunts, and you can tell the treasure hunt by the little logo right underneath the car there. You can see a little logo, and usually somewhere in the car there's also the treasure hunt logo, and it's right there on these Camaros. So the Camaros are released in the H case, and these ones are just the normal treasure hunts, and there's usually 1 or 2 per box or per case. What's really difficult to find are these, and these are the super treasure hunts. Not only did I find 1, but I actually found 2, which is really rare. This one is also the Quattro that's released in the H case. And some people will go through 20, 30, 40 cases and not find a super treasure hunt. So for whatever reason, I found 2 super treasure hunts this morning. That's cool. And what I'll do is I'll break it all down for you, and I'll show you what's the difference between the treasure hunts, the super treasure hunts, and just the normal mainline cars. Here are my 2 super treasure hunt cars. And how you can tell it's a super treasure hunt car is, well, the telltale sign is the actual gold super treasure hunt logo behind the car. And they both have it, and you can kind of see there. What makes this kind of unique find, or a rare find, is basically it's quite rare to find 2 super treasure hunts in one picking. They're released in limited numbers, and how many, it's not quite sure now, but back when they first started making treasure hunt cars, Mattel was saying that they would probably release about 10,000 out to the public. So how many they release now, I'm not quite sure. This is the first super treasure hunt I've ever caught in the wild. I found many treasure hunts before, and that's quite common because they typically come in one in a case usually. But the super treasure hunts are quite tough, and I've heard some people buy 30 or 35 cases and never come across a super treasure hunt. So what makes this a super treasure hunt car? So these super treasure hunts were released in the H case. And with that, the H case is the normal mainline car here, which I do have. So I purchased this at the same time to show you the difference between the cars. The first thing that you notice right away is that the Spectra Flame paint. And on the Super Treasure Hunt, they have a special paint that kind of shines, a metallic color. And on this Quattro, it is called Spectra Flame Red. Another thing that's different about the cars is the wheels. So the wheels on the Super Treasure Hunt come with the Real Rider Exotics, and which is basically like a 2-piece wheel with the white rim and an actual rubberized tire, whereas the normal mainline is just a normal 1-piece tire painted on spokes, and you can actually see the casting marks on the wheel as well. So what you can also tell that the graphics are much nicer on the Super Treasure Hunt. You can tell that they put way more effort into applying the graphics, and the fit and finish is way better on the Super Treasure Hunt. On the back of the Super Treasure Hunt, it says 25th, and it has the logo, the lenses, and all the kind of graphics are nicer. And on the main line, it just has the Hot Wheels logo on it. And yeah, the graphics are applied, but it's not as nice as the Super Treasure Hunt. Another unique thing about this, now that I have 2 of these, is that the cards
The color actually matches the car, whereas you can see that the red here is closer matching to the red. So these actually don't really match between the Mainline and the Super Treasure Hunt. So that's kind of unique. And the actual wheel as well, you can see that it's actually a different spoked as well. So this is a different card for the Super Treasure Hunt. Now if we look on the back, we'll notice that the wording is almost the same, but for the Super Treasure Hunt it actually says 6074R and it is GHG15, whereas the Mainline says JJYXG and it's a GHC03. Both these cars are numbered 145 out of 250. So here's another treasure hunt, just a standard treasure hunt, and you can see that it does have the silver logo as well, and the logo is actually on the car as well. So these ones are again similar to this one as well. They are relatively easy to find. There's probably one in every single case. Is these super treasure hunt ones like this one that is a little rare to find. So a little history on these cars. So these cars are actually based on the World Rally Car Championship cars back in the 80s called Group B, and Audi competed in this class, and which was pretty much an unlimited class for the factory team cars to compete in, which pretty much had unlimited amount of resources and horsepower to them. So this car pays homage to a car, and you might remember that car being yellow and white, ripping around the world and actually going up and winning a pest time for Pikes Peak as well. So if you haven't had a chance, go take a look at those on YouTube because they're pretty wicked cars.
Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm more into racing Hot Wheels than collecting Hot Wheels, but you know, once you go down that kind of rabbit hole, you can't really help yourself. These super treasure hunts and treasure hunts are kind of a fun way to pass the time when you're in the stores while your family's looking at one thing. You boot off to the toy aisle and maybe find a super treasure hunt. So I hope that kind of enlightens you to the world of Hot Wheel collecting. And once again, thanks for watching. Hmm. Hmm.